All right, here we are at the opening of Exotic Aquaculture Australia. Brand new shop. It's in partnership with Aquaculture Australia, and thought we'd drop in and see how things are. Okay, so here we are at 515 Nepean Highway in Bonbeach, and the store literally just opened a couple of minutes ago, and we're going to walk in, give a bit of a quick pan around the store, and then I'll pass over to Ben, the owner of the store and manager, and he'll give us a personal tour around the place and tell us what's what and show us some of the incredible stock he's got in.
So this is my shop, Exotic Aquaculture Australia, as you might have known. It's a 5-year-old online business. I started with a pair of clowns and a few zoophags and collected stock, and then I actually looked at Aquaculture Australia back then. I used to buy off them and thought, a boutique website such as that sort of had a place in Australia. So I set up Exotic Aquaculture and was breeding on the side, selling corals to try to fund the breeding. And then it's grown. Coral's been more popular and popular, zoanthids. I then developed the zoanthid database of various named zoanthids. And then I've always had SPS frags, but I never really sent them around the country due to the sensitivity. Once I worked out how to do that properly, they sort of took off. And then it's just a slow process, hoarding equipment, buying secondhand skimmers, radians for this one day to actually be able to put them all in a shop and open up. And then, without the huge amounts of capital, you sort of just got to do it bit by bit, and that's what I've been doing. And I've had some pretty amazing people help me out, like especially Nick from Ultra Corals. He's helped me out with some equipment, but also just the supply. So a shop like this would really struggle unless it had a point of difference, and the point of difference is Ultra Coral. So really looking forward to just supplying some of the best corals in Australia right here in Melbourne, and then we have an amazing range, and within a couple of weeks, once the shop's settled, weather warms up, we'll get stuff up on the website and have stuff shipped all around Australia, some of the ultra corals back like you used to be able to do it. Yeah, so we have over here in the ACAN tank, we have a range of very nice Lord Howes, but then some of the specialty bow bankies that ultra corals are now becoming sort of famous for. All farmed, well, propagated and farmed, and then these are the sort of corals like these mini colonies that will have the QR code scanner on the bottom. So you'll be able to trace exactly where they've come from, what conditions they've grown in, what conditions they like in the wild. And then going forward, you'll be able to trace that coral and who else in the world might have it or might have that special rare species. We have some wild caught colonies. We have rainbow ACAN frags. So some of the colours in these just little frags. And $50 for a rainbow ACAN. That keep it happy and it'll grow. Various sort of low light SPS. Even the wall corals look amazing on the mini colonies. The platies, cyphastrias, there's a range of cyphastrias that a lot of people don't even collect, but once you get them tank hard and under some LEDs, and the colours can really come out. Leptostria, Leptoceras, Samacora, chalices, beautiful gold chalices that you just don't see in shops really these days. And Lobophilia, amazing. Just some of the colours in a Lobophilia that it's almost like some people are blown away that Lobos can come in colours like that. We're so used to seeing some reds and greens and a few purples here and there, but and even the patterns. Euphilias, hammers, frog spawns, torches. The scollies. Scollies aren't bad.
Nice tricky.
And just also unique, unique scollies that not a bleeding apple, not a wall paint, but just something that I haven't ever seen.
Nice.
Goniopora, some really nice Inferno gonies, Then you've got your pinks and reds, obviously some greens, and $30 colonies to $300 colonies. SBS is incredible. The camera probably won't do it justice. You sort of need to pick that up and have a look at it and see in depth the coloration around the coral lights. But some of them are, admittedly just so rare, and a lot of these are caught 200 kilometres offshore, so it's not an easy job getting some of these, but they are worth it when you look at them. Recordias, morphs, softies, zoas, star polyps. There'll be a range, huge variety. Obviously my zoas I've been farming for 5 years. There's going to be plenty of them coming through. And we'll swap the stock over. It'll be coming through, growing out the back. We have a farm system out the back where we will be propagating, farming, storing, healing. If corals get stung, we have an area to quarantining. It's a pretty simple setup, but we just hope to have a nice shop with the best stock. We also have tank bred clowns, so all of these, we'll be getting some wild caught in at the moment, but there's obviously hundreds of perks and ocellaris clowns, some dominoes, some frostbites. I'd sort of mixed up a few pairs over the years, trying to get some crazy combinations. Didn't always work out. There's a few misbars in there, but then you get one or two that have like a paint splatter and something you just don't see. So there's clowns there. Well, obviously we've got dry goods and stuff, and a lot more stuff will be going up on the website in terms of dry goods now that we have a bigger range.
Yep. And opening hours when you're here?
Yes, so we're keeping it Thursday to Sunday at this stage. So Thursday, 10:30 start and 6 o'clock close on Thursday and Friday, and 10:30 start, 5 o'clock close on Saturday and Sundays. We'll work on the 4-day week. Obviously, if we require more, we'll change that, but we want to have a day of rest, we want to have a day of maintenance and a day of propagation. And then we're looking at other things like, school tours, educational options, whether we go out on site or people come in here. But that's all in the future as well. We'll see how we go. Yeah, so thanks Sam, and thanks for giving me the opportunity to share, but I hope to see you all here. Look, you don't all have to come in this weekend. We'll be here next weekend and for every weekend after. So, and we'll have a flow of stock coming through. We've got to do it bit by bit. Nick's in America at the moment, so he hasn't got many people diving. So we might be light on next week, but there's plenty of stuff to come.
Okay, so there you have it, Exotic Aquaculture in Australia, well, in Melbourne specifically. So if you can get down to the store, I recommend you do. And if you can't, jump on their website and check out some of the incredible stock they have. But if you have any questions, be sure to pop them in the section down below. And as always, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thanks, guys. Till next time, bye.